Every time you use Claude, there's a good chance you're copying and pasting something into it. An email, a Notion page, a doc, you paste it in, Claude answers, and you do it again. Well, there's a feature that connects directly to all your apps and makes your experience way more smooth within Claude. And most people have never even turned it on. And they're called Claude Connectors. So many people miss the value of Claude Connectors because they just don't know what it is. So in this video, I'm going to explain what Claude Connectors are, how you can use them in your work, and 3 use cases that you can replicate in your own workflow. There's one connector that most people overlook, and I use it every single morning, so I'll show you that one in a moment. For those of you new to the channel, my name is Cian and I'm the AI Productivity Coach. And I've taught thousands of people how to use AI to make their work and life way easier. So if that sounds like you, please make sure to subscribe and join me on this journey. But to start, what are Claude Connectors? Most people using Claude are doing all the fetching themselves. They go into their Gmail or they go into their Notion or they take a report and they copy it and then paste it into the chat before prompting. Basically involves going to different apps and pulling different kind of information so you can frame your prompt and have the right context in one place. It can be a bit manual and sometimes it can miss out on context that you forgot about. That's the problem that connectors fix. You can think of connectors like direct links between Claude and your other apps. Claude can go and fetch the information from those apps directly. There's no copying, no pasting, and where it's allowed and where you've allowed it, it can also take actions for you. Currently, there are over 200 different connectors in the Claude library. So for example, Gmail, Notion, Google Drive, Canva, Asana, Semrush, vidIQ. They're available on both Claude.ai and the Claude desktop app, and they're included on the free plan for many of these connectors. So how to get started with connectors? You can simply go to Customize in the left rail here, and then you'll see connectors as the second option just below skills. And you can see here all connectors that you've enabled, and then there are some suggestions that you may have below. But to see the full directory, you basically go up to this plus sign here and you hit Browse Connectors. And you can search for the connectors or you can just scroll through and see which ones might be relevant to what you're doing. With each connector, you can give it certain permissions depending on what the tool is. So you can either block it from doing a certain thing, allow it, but it needs approval, or else always allow it. So for example, with Semrush, maybe you always want to allow it to execute a report, but it needs approval for when you're doing backlink research. It really depends on what you want, and I highly recommend you verify all the permissions that you give and make sure that it's okay for you and your work. You may have also heard of the term MCP, and that stands for Model Context Protocol. When I first heard it, I thought it was more of like a developer thing, not really relevant to what I'm doing. Despite its very technical sounding name, it's not that complicated. It's actually the technology that the connectors use. And it's basically like an open standard that a lot of these tools have started using to enable all these connectors. So you can think of it like a USB-C, which is like that charging point that you'll find on your phone. It's one universal port and any device that supports it can be plugged in. And MCP works in the same way. Any app that builds an MCP server can basically connect to Claude. And this is why the directory has grown so fast. So when you hear MCP, that's basically the technology. And when you hear connectors, that's what it looks like within Claude. It's the same thing, just a different name depending on who's talking about it. Just one thing to flag with connectors, there are standard connectors and interactive connectors. Not all of them work the same and the difference does matter. Standard connectors let Claude read data, search content, and take actions in the background. The result comes back as text in your chat. Interactive connectors, also called MCP apps, go a step further. The app itself opens inside Claude. You can interact with it without leaving the conversation. So what are the main use cases for connectors? Here's how I think about it. Not by tool, but by what job they actually do. Starting with the first bucket, which is research. So there are loads of tools that you can use for research that connect directly with Claude. One that's really helpful, especially if you're using a website, is Semrush. And it's in one of the connectors when you browse for it. So you can find it there and install it. And once you have it installed, you can basically decide what permissions it has. They actually just launched their MCP server. So you can now pull real keyword data, competitor analysis, and traffic insights directly inside Claude. You don't have to open a separate tab. So this become really cool for my own research, just understand what topics people are looking for and which ones I should help teach on this channel. And so I can do a very simple prompt. So for example, it could be search Semrush for the keyword Claude Cowork, show me the search volume, competition score, traffic trend, and top competing pages. Based on that, suggest the strongest title angle for a YouTube video. So this is all just one prompt, no switching. Basically, it'll pull back all that information in my Claude experience with all my skills and all my preferences, so it's really easy to use. Now, I've already used Claude and AI tools for a lot of research already, but it's so helpful being able to connect to tools that are directly related to my website or my channel. So it's almost like live updates on what I should be doing, and it's very related to the goals that I've set based on my Claude settings. So I highly recommend research as one of the use cases for connectors. Just make sure you have the right permissions and the right tools and that you're completely comfortable with what data it has access to. And if you want to try out Semrush for free for 7 days, I have a link in the description. This is an affiliate link with Semrush. So if you want to sign up and use it, that really does help me and support the channel and help me to grow more and provide more content like this. So the second bucket is create and organize. So you can actually use Claude Connectors to create things in other apps if you want. So for example, if I take my research from before, I can ask it to create a new page in my Notion dashboard so I can have that as a video idea in my database. That's just one example. You can obviously create other things in other apps, but I'll show you this now. So in my Notion database, I have a content pipeline. It lives there. It has all my video ideas, my scripts, and basically I can take stuff directly from Claude and create pages in there. So I'm just going to prompt it, create a new page in my long form content pipeline, title it Claude Cowork Video, add the keyword data we just found, a 1-paragraph content brief, and set the status to in progress. So it already knows to go to Notion, and that's where it is. I have the connector to Notion, and it's basically going to find where that database is that I mentioned. And once it's done that, you can actually just click in and find the page yourself. So it has the link there. And you can see it's created the page in Notion and it's added all the keyword data from Semrush. So real handy to just do work on the fly, connects directly to my apps, and I can stay within the Claude database. Come back to this at a later point. So pretty handy connecting the connectors in those two examples. Did the research in bucket 1, created the page in bucket 2. This was all in one conversation. I connected to 2 different connectors, but obviously you can add more depending on what you're trying to do. And finally, moving on to bucket 3, inbox and actions. So this is one I mentioned at the start and basically looks at your Gmail. And I find this really useful for everyday work. I'm just going to share 2 quick use cases for you to try it yourself. So to connect to Gmail, you should have an option here. You can simply connect it. You can look at the connectors. I have all of them enabled, but if you want to just limit it, you can just only have Gmail. And basically I want to summarize every unread email from the last 24 hours, group them into urgent, needs a reply, and FYI only. Draft responses to anything urgent. And so it gives me a quick summary of my inbox. I won't share the details there, but you can see it's bucketed into urgent, needs a reply. So then you can ask Claude to draft a response to any of these emails if you like. Again, I'm just going to blur out the details, but it basically creates the draft here and then you can actually send via Gmail. And then when you hit send via Gmail, it brings you into the Gmail experience and you can edit it and send as you want. So that's a great way to get your morning done before coffee. Another use case could be something like search my inbox from the last 7 days, find any emails where someone asked me to do something and I haven't replied or followed up. List them with the sender, what they asked, and how long ago it was sent. So similar use case, but this one has saved me more than once. It's a great way to just bring your to-dos or what you need to do into Claude, find out what you need to do and just get it done in one place. Okay, so those were the 3 main buckets that I see using connectors with, but I'm sure there are plenty more. Please let me know in the comments what you're using them for or what you think you might use them for. Just one other quick tip. This is basically related to security. As I mentioned before, Claude can only do what you give it permission to do. But similarly, it can only see the things that you're able to see. So if you don't have permission to view a file or a channel yourself, then Claude won't be able to do that. It can only inherit your permissions and the permissions that you give it. So connecting your apps doesn't necessarily allow it to do things that you aren't able to do yourself. The connectors worth using aren't just the flashy ones. They're the ones that remove the tasks that you have to do every single morning or every Monday morning. They're the ones that make a big difference. My recommendation if you're new to connectors is to just try one and see if it works for you. And then as you get good at it, expand to other connectors and see how that can all be incorporated into your workflow. So I'd love to know, what do you want to learn next? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found that video helpful, please make sure to like and subscribe and join me on this journey. I also have a weekly AI productivity newsletter and you can join that using the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that was helpful on connectors and I'll see you in the next video.